What's up, world? It's the Javelin Breakdown, bringing you episode 8 of the Javelin Breakdown show, brought to you by Spearworks. Every week, we're getting closer to summer, which means we're getting closer to the release of the Viper, Spearworks' customizable carbon javelin. I'm really excited about this. The Raptor Javelin line has been out for a long time. The Ghost Javelin has been out, but the Viper, the next in the great products coming from Spearworks, so check them out. We'll be talking about them a little bit later in the show, but for now, let's get started.
Yeah! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Yeah!
Kicking things off, we're talking about Division I women, specifically Nebraska in the headlines again. This time, Rhema Otaber takes the win with 59-28 in round 1 at the Michael Johnson Invitational down in Texas. She backs that up with a 58-89 in round 2, so incredibly strong throwing from her. She now has a Division I lead, so a big congratulations to her. And now with Rhema in front on the women's side and Keyshawn on front on the men's side, the Bahamas has a firm grip on the top spots in Division I throwing, which Coach Corrington Maycock, their coach from home, predicted a little while ago. And leading into the season, he was telling me, we had a lot of conversations, these two are going to throw really far. They really are. And sure enough, they have, and they have the top spots as of right now. So congratulations to the both of them, and specifically to Rhema for having such a strong weekend. Teammate Maddie Harris, a strong performance as well, taking second with throws of 55-86 in round 5 and 54-65 in round 6. So a really strong performance for her as well. And rounding out the top 3, Mirta Kulisic throws 52-24. So Nebraska 1-2-3s the Michael Johnson Invitational. So congratulations to Nebraska, firmly in second in the USTFCCCA rankings when it comes to the women's javelin. Moving a little bit east to Utah at the BYU Home Invitational, Kelsey Oldroyd takes the win with 56-66, so another PR for her. Well done, Kelsey. And she beats Ashton Reiner on her home turf, who has a season's best, 53-96, so starting to regain her rhythm, hoping to see her continue to improve her form and get back into the high 50s, being one of the returning throwers that broke 60 last year. She's your defending champion, so hoping to see her continue to improve her form after probably not the start to the season she was hoping for, but nonetheless a season's best and a win for Kelsey and a PR at 56-66 at BYU. Continuing to move east in Virginia, Megan Albemonte throws 53-74 to take the win at Virginia, so she continues to show strong form this season. Her personal best is over 55, so she's one of those people that definitely could get into the conversation at NCAAs, as there are a number of women with 50 mid personal best and consistent 50 low throws this season, so whoever can get to 54, 55, 56 is certainly going to be in the conversation at NCAAs. Doing a little comparison from this year to last year, so 8 women are over 56 meters right now. Season's not over. And last year, only 5 women were over 56 at the conclusion of the year. And there are 17 women over 53 meters right now, and there were 17 over 53 last year, again with more season ahead of us. So definitely the strongest, or one of the strongest years in the women's field that I have seen. Flipping over to the Division I men, Ethan Dabbs defends his home turf again, undefeated at home in his career, 80-82, a huge throw in round 6, but started off really strongly with a 76-meter throw. Just a solid series overall, so a big congratulations to Ethan. That's the number 1 throw by a U.S. man. It is also world number 11, so just a huge weekend for him. Getting over 80, I'm sure feels really good. Ethan certainly has a long season ahead of him, hopefully, with the rest of the college season and then preparing for U.S. Nationals, where he is the defending champion, and hopefully taking a crack at making another world team. It's going to be very competitive, and the season is long for the collegians, so I hope that they can, Ethan included, continue their strong form, stay healthy, and throw far, really just raising the level of javelin throwing in the U.S. as well as globally. Going back down to Texas to talk about the men's field at the Michael Johnson Invitational, Namdi Prosper steals the win in round 5, 77-50. Well done. That's a big throw, especially late in the competition after Arthur Peterson started so strongly, throwing 77.08 to set a new Nebraska record in round 1 of the competition. So that breaks a 24-year-old record at Nebraska. Arthur's personal best is over 79 meters, but that was before his time at Nebraska, so 77.08, a best for him for Nebraska and a new school record. So congratulations to Arthur for the big throw and to Namdi for the big throw in the win down at the Michael Johnson Invitational.
Hey Google. Hey Bill, back again? Looking for Premier League stats? Or how about cars? I know you love a good deal. No, not today. My son started javelin throwing. See the hat? So he's getting pretty serious. I figure I should get him a javelin. So what are my options? Okay, javelins. Well, let's see. There's a bunch of brands. I want the best for my son. What's the best I can get? What do the professionals use? Well, a lot of people like this Swedish company. They sell a carbon javelin. That's very popular. Cost $1,800 plus shipping. Nope, can't do that. Let's go down a tier. What's a good model that college throwers use? Okay then, I see a lot of college kids throwing this purple javelin. It looks like a 70 meter will cost $600 plus shipping. Seriously? These are so expensive. Okay, what else is there? Alright, Bill. Okay, there's this beginner 50 meter javelin. It's $300 plus shipping. Okay, that's better. Can I customize it? No, that's extra, and it's through a third party. Okay, Google, come on. You're supposed to be the best search engine in the world. Find me a brand that sells a good quality javelin that's not marked up to the moon, and I can customize it for my son. Bill, why didn't you just ask that before? Spearworks fits all those criteria. I'm a search engine. I can't read your mind. Well, I kind of can, but anyway, Spearworks has it all. They make the Raptor javelin. Each javelin is made to maximize flight potential, and it's fully customizable with paint jobs, laser etched logos, or names on the point. It's amazing. Each javelin is also serial numbered and is World Athletics certified, meaning it's legal for your son to throw in any meet in the world. Wow, that sounds amazing. Okay, moment of truth. What's it going to cost me? Well, Bill, for your son, he'll be throwing an 800-gram javelin, so a customized two-tone 50-meter javelin from Spearworks would be $400 plus shipping based on where you live. All right, well done, Google. My son's going to be really happy. Thank goodness for Spearworks.
Taking a look at the Division II rankings, Talena Murray of Angelo State goes 4470, so she's now number 8 on the Division II depth chart. She got 5th place at last year's Nationals, so she certainly has some experience and is moving her way back up the depth chart, so congratulations to Talena. On the men's side of Division II, Brooks Lowe improves upon his personal best, now 67.39. He's number 7 on the list. And Minot State continues their strong form. Jacob Bronstein goes 58.78 to PR on grass, and so he is now PR'd multiple weeks in a row, moving up the leaderboard. Him and Leif just tearing it up, so a big congratulations to them. Well done. Putting together this show has been quite the challenge this week because of the number of results coming in on Sunday, and that includes the flurry of numbers for Division III. So let's take a look. So, as of Sunday afternoon, Chrissy Strickland had the number 1 throw in Division III from George Fox. Chrissy goes 46.29 to win her conference meet, Northwest Conference. So we'll talk about that in a second. But then Sunday night, as I'm wrapping up my notes, I get the news Avery Decker throws 46.41 to take the D3 lead. So Chrissy had the number 1 mark for a day or so, and then Avery took it. So 46.41, a huge PR for Avery, going over 150 feet. She's an All-American from last year, and now she's in the driver's seat, number 1 in Division III. So congratulations to Avery on the huge throw. But also, congratulations to Chrissy, 46.29, now in second. And so she beats who was in number 1, Ava Nelson, at the conference meet. So the Northwest Conference meet numbers, Chrissy number 1, 46.29. Ava Nelson finishes second, 42.66. Eva Millen of Whitworth throws a PR, 42 meters, to take third. So she's number 9 in Division III with that throw. And Elena Corwin of George Fox throws 40.88. She gets 4th at the conference meet. She's number 14 in Division III. And then Brecken Vanderhoek throws 39.99, and she takes 5th place with that throw at their conference meet. And she's number 19 in the country. So the Northwest Conference has the number 1, 2, 9, 14, and 19 throws in the country. So they own 20% of the numbers. That's pretty wild, but I've known for some time the strength of this conference. If you're not familiar, George Fox and Whitworth in particular have a history on the men's and women's side of javelin throwing. When I was in school, there were 2 really strong guys that went over 70 meters multiple times from George Fox and Whitworth, and so they've always had really strong throwing, continue to have strong throwing. And we see that on the men's side as Cody Wheeler goes 65.90 to win the Northwest Conference on the men's side, and he's now number 3 in Division III. So just the dominance of that conference, both sides just incredible. Jacob Board PRs again at the Jesse Owens Invitational in Ohio, 64.76. He's number 5 on the Division III list. And I keep telling you, he's going to have a bigger throw. And so he continues to improve. Andrew Diasaro of Denison PRs throwing 61.47. So he is now number 10 in Division 3. So a multiple meter PR for him. A big congratulations there. I'm going to remind everyone about Rowan. We talk about him every week. Their rankings as of right now are 1, 4, 13, and 25. So they're the number 1 team in Division 3 by almost 10 meters in terms of their average. Julio LeBron goes 60.42 for his PR this weekend, and he's the number 13 guy in the country right now. So the fact that they almost have 4 guys in the top 20 from one school, again, just the depth is unreal. Quickly touching on the big news from the men's field, Jacob Vadlech now has the world lead at 88.38, and so this happened just as I was finishing last week's episode, and so congratulations to Jacob. This 88.38 is a really big throw, especially for this early in the year, and it certainly sends a message. It'll be interesting to see how he does in Doha on May 5th. Competing against a really quality field, coming in strong, probably feeling good, after such a strong opening throw. So we'll see what happens. Again, congrats to him on having the world lead. All right, and now it's time for our section of the show, Throws from the People. I've got a great first story for you. So Coach Weeks of Merrimack reached out to me and said, hey, I got quite the doozy for you. So Stephen Gallagher, a triple jumper at Merrimack, throws the javelin for the first time this past Monday. And this weekend, in his first competition, he throws over 170 to start the competition. And he builds and builds. And his final throw in this competition is 61.79. He goes over 200 feet in his first competition only a week after starting the javelin. That has got to be one of the furthest first competition throws I've ever heard of. So if you've ever heard of anybody learning faster, throwing further in their first week, comment down below. I'd love to hear it, but this is honestly the craziest thing I've heard in terms of first exposure to the javelin. He doesn't have a football background, as a quarterback, doesn't have a baseball background. He just very coordinated, moved really well on the runway, as you can see. So an incredible first week for him. It'll be interesting to see how he progresses with a little bit of season left here leading into the conference meets soon. So congrats, Stephen, and well done, Coach Weeks, for 1 week crash course really coming together. We got a throw from Jack Lee here, 173 feet 3 inches. Thanks for sharing, Jack. Next, we got a big throw from Owen. He's only 13, 48 meters 50. That's big. He's looking for over 50 meters soon. Well done, Owen, and we're going to see it soon. Next, we got a throw from Maddox Johnson, throwing 167 feet 1 inch at the Fredonia Relays. Maddox, thanks for sharing your throw. Next, we got a season's best for Mike McCausey, 53.96 on his home turf at Salisbury. So well done, Mike. Going to continue to see some good throws from you this season. Next, we got a throw from Cale Kottkamp. He goes 54.94 this weekend, so a really strong throw. Well done. Other results from this weekend, really excited for 2 of my athletes, Alejandro and Andres. And so these 2 guys throw in Costa Rica, and we've been training together for the last year. So they reached out to me last year looking for someone to be guiding them. And so we've been working together, and it's just been a really cool journey to see. So, significant improvements over the last year in a number of areas, but you're coming into this kind of early meets for them right now, and then their bigger meets are going to be later in the summer and into the fall. Just trying to kind of build the foundation, but already some significant progress. And so Alejandro throwing a PR 41.58, a couple more centimeters for him, and a strong throw for Andres, 48 meters 20. So well done to both of them. I send them their training each week and they get after it, and it's just so cool to see. It's such a privilege to be part of the journey for both these young men, and so a real treat. And finally, we have this throw here from Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, thanks for sharing. As always, send me your throws. Love sharing what's going on in the community in this section of the show. Throws from the people. Some incredible things going on. It's been a great season of javelin throwing, everyone. Well, let's keep it going. I'm really enjoying putting this show together, sharing what everyone's doing. I hope you're enjoying it as well. And as always, remember to enjoy the journey, guys. I'll catch you next time.